What's up, y'all? Welcome to Iron Boo. Thanks for stepping through. The first two episodes of Alien Earth have released, and I really like them. If you haven't had a chance to check it out on Hulu yet and FX, I recommend it. But today, I want to talk about these new species that we've never seen before in the Alien universe that we were introduced to in episodes 1 and 2. There are some crazy-ass species. Now, out of respect for the history of the franchise, we'll quickly talk about the Xenomorph. We all know what the Xenomorphs are by now. They are the alien in the Aliens franchise, right? But this specific Xenomorph that we get to spend time with in episode 1 and 2 is rabid. Absolutely rabid. This might be the most savage Xenomorph we've seen to date. This mofo wastes no time catching bodies, ripping people to pieces in seconds. Still doing the stealthy, hiding in the shadows, pop up on you, above you, hanging in the rafters, drooling down on your top of your head, all that kind of stuff. You're going to get all of that alien stuff that we're used to seeing. But this guy, my Lord, I lost count of the amount of bodies he snatched up. The death toll by the Xenomorph alone was outrageous. From the initial crew on the ship to everybody on Earth. And he was killing people so quickly. I mean, he took out a party of people in a room. People were legitimately partying. There had to be, at a minimum, at least 10 people, probably more in that room. He dismembered everybody in that room, this Xenomorph. Dismembered them in well under 30 seconds. It was crazy. People's bodies chopped in half, arms this way, guts out, legs there, toes there, eyeballs there. It was wild. Absolutely ruthless Xenomorph. We get to see the face huggers, but so far we do not get to see the face huggers in action, but we all know what the face huggers are about. They hug your face, they drop the embryos in a living host, and the rest is history. But in episode 1 and 2, we've only got to see them in test tubes, behind glass, or dead. But I'm sure they are going to wreak havoc here eventually. Now let's get on to the new species that we got to see. Let's talk about this crazy-ass eyeball, squiggly wiggly, Squidward, octopus, squid, worm, earthworm thing, whatever you want to call it. Now, I don't know the name of this creature. I don't know the names of any of the new creatures. Now, this species seems to be some type of parasitic eyeball, eye socket latching creature. It latches onto the victim's eye socket and then controls it. I don't know, because what we saw is that there's this cat that's like completely dismembered, walking on its two front paws, and at this point, its back legs are completely useless. They're getting dragged on the floor, right? And then we think the cat is just obviously going through it. It's messed up, but at no point did I think there was a parasite attached to it until this creature detached itself. And you see the eyeball like bulging on the cat, and then you realize, oh no, there's something latched onto the eyeball. This cat is nothing but a host. Because I'm watching that and I was like, damn, this cat is barely hanging on to life. It is completely infected, but no. It was a complete host body at that point. Crazy. And then this creature detaches itself from the rest of the cat's body while staying latched to its eyeball, and then latches on to the human host. Well, to be technical, is a hybrid host, but whatever. It attaches on to the new host. And at that point, I'm like, well, what is it going for now? Is it trying to latch on to another eye socket? Is it going to drop the eyeball that it has now and go for a new one? Or is it going to just keep mounting eyeballs from different hosts? I want to know what this creature could eventually end up looking like through evolution. I'm really curious to see what would happen if it catches more hosts. Does it turn out looking like that one boss in Altered Beast? You know, that boss with all the goddamn eyeballs attached to it? Crazy creature. And then you got this plant-like species that appears to be flora, but even in the show, one of the characters alludes that it presents itself as flora, but it may be fauna. So we don't absolutely know yet. But I'll be honest with you, this thing looks like a hanging condom. A hanging jizz-filled condom is exactly what this thing looks like. I am very interested to see what this creature is capable of and how it thrives. What are its characteristics? So for most of the show, it's just chilling like this and like dripping. And eventually it tends to, I guess, sprout is the right word. And this vine kind of comes out of it like freaking Bulbasaur doing Vine Whip. And at the tip of the vine, it kind of like separates and spreads out like this or something like that with this little flower thing inside of it. And it attempts to make some type of contact with the character, but the character is not a human. The character is a hybrid, a synthetic body with a human consciousness inside of it. So it doesn't actually attack it or make any direct contact with the character. And I'm wondering if it's because it's not an actual living creature. The most intriguing species so far, the hanging jizz-filled condom. And last but certainly not least, this might be the most grotesque, the most disgusting and creepy character we've seen so far, in my opinion. It's this parasitic leech species. Looks like some type of leech with these webbed feet and, just crawling on you all over you till it finds the sweet spot. I guess the good vein or where it can suck the most of your blood, and then it starts sucking you dry. All that blood. And that's not even the worst part. It's after it gets its fill from your blood, from the character's blood, it transforms into this bulbous, slimy, gooey, large orb filled with blood and veins and cysts and bubbly, and it's just like dragging this big bulb-like body sack of your blood, of the character's blood, of the victim's blood, and it's just dragging it across the floor with its little legs and abdomen. It's crazy. Head, thorax, abdomen. So I don't know, maybe the bulbous part is now the abdomen and it's dragging it with its head and thorax. I don't know how to describe the species. It is disgusting to look at. It is disgusting to watch this thing move around once it gets filled up with blood. And I felt sorry for those two bastards that got attacked by this creature in the series because they could do nothing. They were tied up to a post, arms tied. They could do nothing. Folks, we're only 2 episodes in and we have got treated with some fantastic new species, and I can't wait to see what other stuff they have on that ship. Let me know in the comment section which species you like the most and what you are looking forward to seeing from them in the coming weeks as we watch this series unfold. Seriously, let me know in the comment section. What are your opinions? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Thanks for watching. That's all I gotta say about it.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.